Today we're going to be making 3 types of silog. Tapsilog, Tocilog, and Longsilog. So we'll need half a clove of garlic, small red onion, 3 eggs, and 1-day-old rice. 75 grams of tocino, 3 pieces of vegan longanisa, and my homemade tapa. Now I made this tapa with Black Angus strips from Meat Bros PH, and then I marinated them with the tapa marinade from Clara Olay overnight. So this is what we need. So let's start with the garlic. Now I'm just going to separate them. It'll make it a lot easier for me to take off the skin. Okay, so now we're going to just lightly tap them or crush them so that we can open up the pods and take out the garlic underneath. Now we're going to start chopping it. We're going to make small cuts and then we're going to chop them into mince like so. Now we're going to get a plate and just set it aside for now because we'll need them later for the rice. Next is the red onion. Chop off the top, slice it in half, take out the skin. Don't cut the other end, the one with the roots, so that the onion doesn't fall apart. Okay, now we're going to start slicing it again horizontally. Try to keep it as close as possible so that you get small, small cubes. We cut it in the middle. Okay, so we get even smaller pieces of the onion. Right. Do this again on the other half. Okay, let's get another plate and set it aside for now. Okay, so now we're gonna have to use our stove or induction if you have one. Okay, so we'll keep the stove on high. Let your pan heat up. So we're gonna start with our Tapsilog. So this is the tapa. Okay, when your pan's hot enough, now you can add your tapa. I'm using about 100 grams, just good for 1 serving. Now I'm also going to add the marinade so that it adds flavor to the tapa. Okay, now we're going to leave it for about 3 to 4 minutes. Don't move it too much, okay? Next, we're gonna go with the longanisa. Okay, I'm adding a bit of water here so that it firms up the skin, so it doesn't really crumble. I cut the tips off, if you can see it right there. I cut the ends off, so some of it will squeeze out, but that's okay. I like those burnt little pieces. You can see it right there. If you don't want that to happen, just don't cut out the ends. Okay, now we're gonna brown it. So right now I'm checking whether the inside is cooked, and it's not yet, so we're gonna keep going. Okay, it's done. Turn it off. Next, we're gonna do the tocino. So with the tocino, what I usually do is I boil them first. Whether it's frozen or you've thawed it already, I still wanna boil them because I want my tocino tender, you know. So let's just wait for the pan to heat up. Now it's boiling. You can have a taste of I had a taste of my tapa. It's pretty good, so. Okay, so now we're just separating them so that we know for sure that all the pieces can get cooked properly. they cook all the way through, like so. Okay, so once the water is evaporated, we can go on and put in some oil. I'm putting about 1 teaspoon. That's enough. It's just 1 serving. Okay, then we're gonna mix it up again. I'm gonna add some soy sauce, about 1 teaspoon, and then maybe half a teaspoon of vinegar. I'm using Datu Puti, but you can use whatever you want. Whatever vinegar you have. Okay, mix it up again. Now you can see on the sides of the pan, it's starting to have the sugars are starting to melt, so that's why it's turning a color brown. I'm gonna add some water because that's where all the flavor is, and you want it to coat all of the tocino. So that's just what I'm doing right there. Next, we're gonna start with our rice. So I forgot to film the part where I mix the garlic with the rice, so I just skip with the onions, and now this is what we're gonna do. So it's basically the same process. So put some oil, heat up your pan, add in the onions or the garlic, or you can do both, and then wait for it to get a golden brown for the garlic, and then for the onions to be a little translucent. Make it sweat a little bit. Then we go in with the rice and we start mixing. You can see the rice is already some garlic in them, so I'm just mixing the onions into the rice. Taste, give it a little taste. If you're not happy with it, you can add some salt. I'm adding some right here. A little bit more. Okay. Mix some more. And we're good. It's time to plate up. I'm using bowls because our household likes Japanese plates and bowls and stuff like that. So yeah. Okay, so we're just reheating the ulam, or our main dish now. So the tapa, the longganisa. I didn't reheat the tocino because my son doesn't like his tocino very hot. And it was already cooked pretty well, so now we're just making the eggs. I'm making 3 different eggs. So my son likes his eggs really crispy, so I'm doing this a little over easy. So you can see the crust under the egg. And then he doesn't like his yolk runny, so I had to cook it through. Okay, that's done. Now, I'm the exact opposite of my son, so I like my egg very runny. So I'm just cooking the whites, and then it's about done. So it's gonna take about 30 seconds max. Also, don't forget to move it a little bit so it doesn't, the egg doesn't stick to the pan. So I'm just checking right there. Also, always season your egg. I'm using rock salt here, so if it looks like I'm using an obscene amount of salt, not really. Okay, that's done. 1 more egg to go. So I'm just adding some oil again. Okay, so my girlfriend doesn't like her eggs as runny as mine either, but she doesn't want it as crispy as her son, so I'm just cooking it halfway. And so it's not as burnt, but the yolk is still gonna be hard. Again, season. Never forget to season your eggs. And that's done. Flip. And here's the final product. So longanisa on the right, tocino on the top, and then the top on the left. So that's the longanisa with some vinegar, some tapa, which is really good, as you can see. And the hey, there we go. The tocino.
Hey guys.
Ah, here.
You tell us which one you like. That one?
You know what? Which one do you like? This one or this one? Or this one? This one. Your favorite always. Here, egg.
I love the Sino. You love eggs and I like.
How was it?
Very good and roasted.
You wanna try this?
Yeah, that's that one.
Here.
There's another egg.
Oh, how is it?
I'll try that egg.
Egg. No, we'll try the different. This is longanisa. It's like a Filipino sausage. Okay. So which one's your favorite again?
All of them.
All of them. Okay.
Hey, can I try that egg?
This is mushy egg. Because Dada likes mushy egg.
No, it's egg.
You know.
Ah. Okay.
Bye guys. Try a food by Bobby and take the comments.
Click the comment.
Take the comments.
And then we need. I'm going to eat the cereal later at lunch.
Okay.
Bye. I'm going back to my work.
Okay.